Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, by Hashem Rakah Kudash. All right. I want to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops, a great millstone who rule well. All right, peace and blessing to the house of David the elect. All right, on the high spirit wind Judah. And today I want to go to a live stream, basically entitled Health Topics. All right, because something that's been on my spirit for a little minute now, for a while, is health and wellness, health and well-being. All right, and how it plays out. All right, and how it plays out in the spirit, man. All right, how it plays out in the spirit, man. Okay, how it plays out in this truth, man. Because your lifestyle, all right, your lifestyle and your diet, all right, your lifestyle, your diet, your health and wellness, that goes into your efficiency in this truth, man. And it goes into being in tune with your heavenly Father. Okay, and I also want to say shalom to you brothers and sisters who are in this live stream. All right, tuning in. All right, I might not make it too long. You know, usually my live streams they stretch out to about 20 minutes. You know, but depending on how things go out here, you know, it's very windy outside. It's more windier than usual. So I don't know, you know, how that's going to affect the streaming. Okay, and if it comes a point to where a brother can't hear me, you can just let me know, and I just do the lesson, you know, inside the house, you know. But as you know, I like being in the elements. All right, the spirit flows a little better with me that way. Okay, so I want to go into health and wellness because I want to, you know, do that, you know, reoccurring because of the times we're in. All right, it is important that the sons and daughters of Yahweh Shema Shai, to the best of our ability, all right, we sort of get in tune with him by detaching from our enemy's process way of living, man. Okay, the water Zaquan, and Yahweh Shema Shai by Shema Kakudash Barakatah to you, all right. But your enemy, all right, he's targeting, all right, our people, all right, by way of the lifestyle that he's promoted to us, man. All right, as it says in the book of Psalms, the wicked watcheth over the righteous and seeking to slay him. And the nature of our enemy, all right, as it says also, I believe is in the book of Psalms, how he watcheth over us privately, man. So he secretly, all right, has a way to destroy the 12 tribes, man. We can't be asleep in Babylon, man. The wicked watcheth over the righteous and seeketh to slay him. And if he's so damn adamant, all right, about us being healthy, all right, by injecting his potion in us, if he's so adamant about being concerned about our health, why do you have the lowest grade food in our environments, man? All right. You know, your sons and daughters, which you know your sons and daughters, you know how that is. But your sons and daughters are not supposed to eat yellow 5 and red 40. You're not supposed to be consuming dark drinks and soft drinks and zebra cakes and poor quality meat. Pick 5. These low grade grocery stores, and what you find out, they get that low grade meat because it's rejected from a lot of times bigger chamber of stores, man. But Esau is very resourceful to where he's not going to let anything go to waste. He's going to make $1 off of everything, man. So that goes to show you that this man, all right, apple pies and donuts for breakfast. How in the hell do you how that work, man? And don't get me wrong, I was a kid, all right? I was a boy, I was an Israelite boy that my vice was junk food. So I know when everybody was smoking and going to we used to walk in packs to go to the corner store and everybody was buying cigarillos and Black and Miles. You know, I smoked too, but my vice was ice cream. I was the kid buying ice cream where everybody was buying cigarillos, man. So I know about the junk food, man. So don't think, you know, that the brother behind this comment is talking to you. He just lived a wholesome life all their life. All right. Jake grew up eating pork fried rice from Moab by fucking default. And you know how many people in the hood don't have cars? So what does that mean? That they're most likely going to get their groceries from them damn convenience stores, all right? Or them little cheap grocery stores, man, with low-grade food. It took me time, and that was my foundation, you know. Not so much getting our groceries from convenience stores, but mama sent us to the store and told us, make sure you get the one that say 99 cents. Make sure you get the item that says 99 cents. And even coming into the truth, it took me time to recondition myself to get higher quality over most affordable. All right. And that's how Esau, he weaponizes what's affordability, man. He weaponizes affordability, man. He knows the income of a certain demographic, all right? And when he wants to set up a store in that certain environment, all right? All right, this is vendors of his temple, food desert. An urban area, oh my goodness, I didn't even finish. Food desert, noun, an urban area in which it is difficult to buy affordable or good quality fresh food. Hey, that's a weapon. That's an attack. So if you're that concerned about the health of our people, why do you have us in food deserts? And real food has life in it. And what is the life in food? It's those macro and micronutrients. So if you only sell processed food, which means it's stripped of its micronutrients, then you're selling death to our people. So it doesn't add up for you to be like, and we gotta help the vulnerable population. Why the fuck are we vulnerable in the first place? Or ultimately it's the curses, and that's understood. But you manifest those curses, man, through your death, man. All right. All right, vendors of his temple 144. Many poor people live in food deserts where they have plenty of food, but none of it is healthy. Hey, who you telling, brother? All right. I'm like in Mississippi, so we're in a metropolitan area, right? But Mississippi is the fattest state in the United States. But it just so happened to be the most impoverished state in the United States. You may not see it as much in the metropolitan area, like I'm talking about Jackson and the surrounding areas. When you start talking about the Delta, or what they call the rural areas or the country, they are in food deserts, man. You start talking about Lexington, Mississippi, and Tulip, Mississippi, and in some of those towns in the rural areas. The brother was talking about there in the state of Arkansas, and it was in one town in Arkansas, and the only thing they had was like their little convenience store chicken spot. You know it's bad when everybody got the only thing that's there is like those little convenience store chicken joints, that low grade shit. You might be on a job and you might eat that stuff right, then your chest start burning, you know. You start eating that stuff back to back, man. You start breaking down quick, man. But then you go into an environment where it's predominantly Esau. They don't eat that shit, man. You don't see Church's chicken in the suburbs, bro. All right. Crown fried chicken from Elon. All right. And I'm gonna get these scriptures, man. Best believe that. All right. It says this is great. Millstone Daily Bread 411. And another thing I noticed is you go to a Trader Joe's. The ease that go there get affordable yet nutrient-dense food choices. Just bodega food, Twinkies, hey, con. Right? No Whole Foods or Trader Joe's in J communities. That's a fact. So why all of a sudden you are concerned about the vulnerable population? The same man that said, look, hey, there needs to be a population reduction. Hey, man, put two and two together, man. I know you brothers and sisters know, but I'm just saying. Okay? So one attack that Esau has, and another thing too, the reason why Jake gets attacked by this quote unquote great happening, this great thing that he's promoting, all right, Jake already has underlying elements, but how? All right, that's something I was thinking about. I call it the 4 C's, and these 4 C's are the reason why the 12 tribes are basically in jeopardy as far as their health. All right, culture, cost, comfort, and convenience. When something is a part of your culture, you're going to Eat the food that was passed down from your parents because they're eating the type of food that was passed down from their parents. So it's not so much that you inherited the disease from your parents, you inherited the poor lifestyle or the poor dietary choice that caused the disease. All right? So that's the culture. It's part of the culture for the 12 tribes to eat fast food in America, man. But then what was the other one? Comfort. The 12 tribes are oppressed, and oppression makes you bitter, and it makes you seek comfort. So, yeah, exactly, brother. Inherited ignorance, right? Oppression makes you seek comfort, all right? And how do you find your comfort? In a lot of ways, all right? Your food. Hence, comfort food. All right, hence, comfort food, man. Another thing is cost. The average Jake got a household of 2 or 3 children. Culture, cost, comfort, and convenience. Yeah, so the other one was cost. You get off work, you work in the concrete jungle, the hustle and bustle, all right? You're not growing your food, all right? So now we're talking about cost. It's you, possibly your spouse, and 2, 3 children. So Esau has it very convenient to where you could either go to Save-A-Lot or a local low-grade grocery store and get $20 meat for pick 5, called pick 5 meat for $20, or you go to churches and spend $15 and feed your whole family. As soon as you get off work, you could be too tired and beat down dealing with everybody on the job. You know, you're already too tired and beat down dealing with everybody on the job, the gossiping, the hustling, bustling, the stress, the phone calls, whatever you had going on your job, whatever the dynamic is, right? So you get off work, you're too tired to cook. You at work tired. I mean, you're in a traffic light tired, you know? But what happens? You pass that church chicken. And you know you can feed your whole family for how much? About $15. $15 to feed your whole family a church chicken, man. Biscuits and all right? You know, that steroid injected processed chicken, you know? $15 to take care of your whole family. So Esau weaponized cost. And he weaponized convenience because that is convenient. So instead of you cooking while you're cursing out the kids, fussing at the kids, all right, on the phone, nah, you just tackle the cost, the convenience, and the comfort, all right, all at one time, all right. It says, Great Millstone Daily Bread 411, I'm sorry, eat pretty much the gay Jake a pre-packed diet that promotes diseases, right? And it's a part of the culture now. The mama big, the daughter big. A lot of times the parents from the baby boom generation, they look better than their daughters from the millennial generation. The parents be in their 50s, the women be in their 50s, and they still look good for their age. But their daughters be all bad built. You know, hell, one child just be bad built, you know? You know, sometimes it's just the curses, but most of that stuff is the diet. Our part of the curses is our ignorance because we have a heritage. A nation has a heritage, all right? The way you eat is a part of your heritage. The way Elam eats, that food they eat, they're healthy. Most of it is plant-based and it's curry and there's a lot of seasoning. Spices. That's a heritage, and that's been passed down from generation to generation, as well as Moab. Not the food that Moab sells to 12 tribes, but the food that Moab consumes themselves. Man. That's part of their heritage. So part of discontinuing from our heritage is that we have no reference of what we ate before we came to America. Because America, in the sense of being in America, we eat plantation food. Liver, cheese, and sauce. You know what that sauce is? That's why they call it hog head sauce, man. That's actually pig brain. That's a pig brain that's been gone through like a little meat grinder, man. They put little peppers and spices in it, man. We eat fucking pig brain, man. Right? I'm assuming liver cheese is pig liver, but I can't remember. I looked it up, but I forgot. All right? So Esau has attacked us through infiltrating our culture. And he's weaponized, he starved us out. Because like, in the times to come, Esau is literally going to starve the 12 tribes out through famine. But right now, he starved the 12 tribes out by putting nutrient-poor food into their diets, man. That's why you can eat a lot of food and still be starving. All right, how? Because you're starved of nutrients. And the nutrients, the word nutrient goes back to nourishments. That's why Jake is all out of balance. He had this one doctor, I think he's called Minister Wellness. I think that's his name. And he basically brought out studies showing the correlation between balance in the hood and their diet. And everybody knows that once you let go of processed food and when you start detoxing and you might drink smoothies, you have a more positive spirit about yourself, man. Okay? So, what's the solution to all this? First, we go back to the dietary laws, man. All right, no pork, catfish, shrimp. We don't eat the scavengers of the earth. Basically, the Most High was singling out scavengers. The food we eat grass, okay? The food that we eat, all right, they eat grass. Deer, cows, all right? Also, going back to proportion, we got to start back implement a lot of vegetation into our diet. But first and foremost, because I don't want to pontificate a way that may not be in the Bible, that may not be in the scripture. So let me just keep it on the surface. First, you got to keep the dietary law. Then you have to ask yourself, the food that we about to consume on a day-to-day basis, did this food come from the planet Earth, or did it come from a facility? Even the meat that we eat, man. See, this processed food was an illusion. Being able to go through a drive-through window and eat burgers all day, every day, eat chicken all day, that was an illusion, all right? Because A, the food was steroid injected, all right? It was diseased, all right, in a lot of cases. Or there's no telling if we were really eating real meat or not. So the food shortage, we probably been had a food shortage, man. The reality is you can't mass produce organic real food to millions of people like that, all right? But that was an illusion which fed into this first world privilege of just having all this food at your convenience, man, okay? But the first thing you do is go back to your dietary law. And the second thing you do is ask yourself this food that I'm eating, did it come from the planet Earth or did it come from Esau's facility? Was it packaged in a facility? All right? They call it a whole food diet. All right? We actually eat something that has one ingredient. Now, does that mean that you're not going to have a day where you might eat some ice cream or you might eat some, a honey bun? Of course you're going to have those days. Does that mean you're going to go to a party and somebody offer you a piece of cake and you don't take the cake? Nah, man, you're going to take the piece of cake. But in your everyday diet, that's where you have bitters and things like black seed to when you do have those relapse or whatever, you have things to put into your body to purge that stuff out of you, man. But you don't make death your lifestyle, okay? And then, so like I said, the food that you eat, and this is a general rule of thumb, it is only a recommendation. I'm not a certified physician, so to speak. Ask yourself, this food I'm about to consume, did it come directly from the planet Earth? Did it come from directly from the planet Earth? Or was it packaged, and you look on the package, it has a whole bunch of ingredients? That question can give you a more quality life, all right? The things in your refrigerator, the things you consume, you ask yourself, all right, did this come from the planet Earth? I like to call it an Earth-based diet. An Earth-based diet, man. So, of course, it's a dietary law. But within that, because of Babylon, ask yourself, although it's not a sin to consume this particular food, did it come from the planet Earth? You might ask yourself, because you might say, I love Pop-Tarts. Or what tree did Pop-Tarts come from? Right? What bush does zebra cakes grow in? You see, it's not a sin to eat that. But you got to ask yourself, did this come from the planet Earth? Now, for brother, he has a fucking fiend. He has a desire to eat some Pop-Tarts. Hey, what can I say? It happens. But that shouldn't be a part of your day-to-day regimen, man. It's when you make some a pattern. That's when it's detrimental to your health, man. All right? So, us being Israelites, we eat the food of the Israelites. Beef, lamb, goat, bison, chicken, a lot of vegetables, fruit, vegetables, nuts, grains. You know how many desserts you can make out of the earth, out of honey, out of cinnamon, out of nut milk. You know, you can make your own pastries. It doesn't have to be poison. You know, an example of that is Elam's restaurants, man. All right, Elam's, not Elam. I'm thinking about um basically Mediterranean restaurants. All right, they sell something called baklavas, all right, which is basically rolled dough mixed with like walnuts and honey, but it's really good, especially when it's warm. You can buy it at your Whole Food, all right, but it's a lot healthier than eating this that processed food, man, processed desserts. Okay, so we follow the dietary law. Then we make an effort to pursue a more whole food diet or earth-based diet, meaning that the food that we eat, all right, is primarily from the planet Earth. And I'm just gonna say this: I'm not forcing away on any brother or sister, but this is just something that could be a general rule of thumb to help you navigate on the planet Earth, because we all want to know what's this proper diet. If it's is it vegan? Is it keto? Is it this? Is it that? Really, if you can eliminate processed food, you've just made a huge leap. Or if you can minimize processed food, you just made a huge leap. If you can incorporate detoxing into your regimen, whether you do it every month, or you fast frequently, right? You just implemented a system. You've implemented a system that allows you to reset your body. All right. You've implemented days where you do cardio, days where you exercise. It doesn't have to be some super uh, tri-marathon, Olympic, ultra marathon. No, it could just be a day where you break a sweat for about 20, 30 minutes, man. Keep your heart pumping blood throughout your body. Those things make a difference. Taking certain herbs that we discuss a lot and making it into a tea. All right? Those things make a difference, man. All right? But if you incorporate all those things, all right, if you put them all together and you make it into a regimen that fits you, now you're pursuing a life of health and wellness, all right, and you will have more vitality in Babylon, man. Certain things we can't change. A lot of us not gonna make $150,000 a year. A lot of us not, we're not gonna have the best of the best until we get into the kingdom. All right, we're not gonna make $1 million a year. A lot of us not gonna be rich into the kingdom, man. But one thing that we can control is what we put into our body and what type of lifestyle we're gonna have, man. All right. My whole thing is either I'm gonna be a stoic or I'm gonna be an aristocrat. So if I can't afford to get the top quality, well, I'm gonna practice the art of discipline to abstain from the low quality, man. All right, that's my goal at least. All right, let me get these scriptures, man. All right. Vengeance of his temple, Jeremiah 30:17. For I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, saith Yahweh. These slave wounds, man. Because they called thee an outcast, saying, this is Zion, whom no man seeketh after. All right, beautiful scripture. 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And one of those devices was like the brother broke down, those food deserts. All right, Sirach 30:25. A cheerful and a good heart will have a care of his meat and diet. All right. And that word cheerful in the 1611 King James edition goes back to the word noble. Okay. Noble. Sirach 39:26. The principal things for the whole use of man's life are water, fire, iron, salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk, and the blood of the grape, and oil and clothing. And a lot of that collectively sounds like the Mediterranean diet. If brothers and sisters haven't done so, I recommend that it wouldn't hurt you to look up the Mediterranean diet. Soul food. yeah. What they call soul food on this side is death food, man. But just like that movie Soul Food, it was a tradition to eat the food that was killing you. All right. Eve built like a linebacker. Damn right. Eve got the wide backs now, man. All right. All right, let me see. Great Millstone Daily Bread 4011. This Jake woman told me she ain't buying healthy food no more because she says it's more expensive and she could get more on the low. All right, and Esau has the 12 tribes thinking on quantity versus quality. The one observation I've noticed about the 12 tribes is that they spend more on their looks than their health. Jake has over $1 trillion in spending power. So in that same Eve would easily spend 150 on her hair, minimum. A lot of money on her nails, minimum. They're easily, wigs are a $1 billion industry, right? Proverbs 11:1. A false balance is an abomination to Yahweh, but a just weight is his delight. All right. Daniel 1:12. Prove thy servants, I beseech thee, 10 days, and let them give us post to eat and water to drink, which is a plant-based diet. He was temporarily on a plant-based diet. All right, Daniel 1:15-16. And at the end of 10 days, their countenance appeared fairer and fatter in flesh than all the children which did eat the portion of the king's meat. And one thing I've noticed about eating nuts, at least for me, nuts and seed, is because of its fat, protein, and carb content, it sustains hunger. You know, one time I was doing a vegan thing, and I left my wallet at the house, but I had forgot that weekend I bought some sunflower seeds, them shelled sunflower seeds, and had them in my book bag, and I ate those sunflower seeds as though it was my lunch, and I was sustained throughout the workday. Okay. Daniel 1:15-16. And at the end of the 10 days, their countenance appeared fairer and fatter in the flesh than all the sons which did eat the portion of the king's meat. Thus Melzar took away the portion of their meat and the wine that they should drink, and gave them posts. All right. It says, strive for the masteries 144. Con and Esau be slaughtering the animals in the slaughterhouses, so the meat they produce got spirits on it, man. That's right. Hey, like I said, one time when I was doing a little plant-based thing, all right, I just had it's a different spirit, man. It's not that meat is bad, but how he processes that meat, man. You know, I would recommend brothers get more into the grass-fed beef, man. You know, if you can get, basically closer to the source of the earth. All right, like brother said, it's a balance. If it has too many ingredients, that's a red flag. Damn right. And the more ingredients, the more affordable it is. The less ingredients, the less affordable it is. Ain't that something? They have fake meat now. And what they did with that fake meat, the Impossible meat and Beyond meat, they sold propaganda through the vegan narrative, but they replaced real meat with fake meat. There's a difference between a veggie burger and a fake burger. A veggie burger or a plant-based burger, once you open it, you can see the beans in it. You can see the corns in it. All right, like Amy's, the company Amy's, their burgers. That's actually a veggie burger to my knowledge. But Beyond Meat or Impossible Meat, that's a damn chemical, man. It's still deadly, all right? But it's more cost-effective for Esau to produce that fake shit than to facilitate cows, all right? It says Proverbs 12:10. A righteous man regardeth the life of his beast, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. Proverbs 27:27. And thou shalt have goat's milk enough for thy food, beautiful, for the food of thy household and the maintenance of thy maidens. Gotta have that moderation, you know? Mediterranean-based diet. Come on now. That's our culture. That's our heritage, man. They got something called the Mediterranean Triad, where in every meal you got these three things: wine, oil, and bread. All right? Wine, oil, and bread. That's part of the Mediterranean. And part of the Mediterranean diet is to not have processed food, man. All right? Really the parts of the world people live the longest, you can really interpret, a lot of it can be interpreted as a Mediterranean diet, man. All right? A Mediterranean diet, brothers, that's where it's at. Elamite restaurants, Mediterranean restaurants, that's where it's at, really. All right? Them heavy processed food be sweet and high refined sugars that mess you up. Yeah, and then when the sugar is refined, it overstimulates your dopamine. See, when you eat a strawberry or grape, that's like the Most High telling your brain you did a good job by putting these minerals in you. So it's sort of an incentive to constantly replenish your body with those vitamins, minerals, and nutrients. But when you just extract that sugar and you refine that sugar, now it's a drug. Now your brain is addicted to a sugar without the minerals. All right, which will make you addicted to their product. And make you a returning customer to their product, their cookies and cakes. Sirach 31:20. Sound sleep cometh of moderate eating. He riseth early, and his wits are with him. But the pain of watching and choler and pains of the belly are with the insatiable man, or with an unsatiable man. Con. All right, like the brothers keep saying, it's all about moderation, man. All right. Genesis 9:4. But flesh with the life thereof, which is the blood thereof, shall ye not eat. Your uncooked meat. All right, vendors of his temple 144, Sirach 31:17-19. Leave off first for manna's sake, and be not unsatiable. All right, satiable means satisfied. Lest thou offend. When thou sittest among many, reach not thy hand out first of all, a very little. Sufficient, a very little, sufficient for a man well nourished, and he fetcheth not his wind short upon his bed. All right? Hey, Con, especially herbal tea. You put me on something with those herbal tea, big bro. Hey, the water, bro. Hey, how about my shot? I'm like, how about my shot? All right, I believe Moab does that. It's a part of their culture. They just drink green tea all day, every day. They be looking young as hell. All right, Sirach 31:20. Well, I read that one. All right, it's a great millstone, daily bread, 4 and 11. Con, good exercise definitely would do good for you. Your blood, due to it improving your circulation. Con, grass-fed and grass-finished if you can find it. EB using grains to fatten up the cows at the end. Yeah, hey, the Waterford mentioned that. Because they'll raise the cows from the grass, but to fatten them up before they die, they feed them grain, which would totally be counterproductive to what they were doing in the first place. So you have to make sure it's grass-fed, grass-finished, all right? They even have local stores in most of your cities where the farmers actually sell their products in those stores, man. All right, like I said, it's a little more expensive, but you know, authentic meat or quality meat is way more expensive than processed food. But then it shows you the proportion of meat we have to have anyway. A lot of times you don't need that much meat anyway. You know what I mean? It's more affordable to have more vegetables than meat, and that's part of that Mediterranean diet as well. Hey, but with that, I hope you brothers and sisters were edified. Once again, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Hakudash, the honor to our elder apostles and elder bishops, great millstone, rule well, peace and blessing, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. And to the next time, Abba Baal, welcome to Shalom, Shalom. The water for tuning in.